What's up guys, BlackStormReaper here, bringing you a Naruto Manga chapter review. This is my first manga review I've ever done, so I hope you guys really enjoy this, So yeah, Naruto Manga chapter 587. So it starts out with Sasuke going like, Itachi, when did you use Izanami? And Itachi is just like, well Sasuke, yeah, I used it when he first stabbed me with his sword. And then Sasuke is just like, that time. And then he's also like, how can you use an eye technique without using the eyes? And Itachi's just like, well, Sasuke, Izanami basically affects all the senses. Yours and your opponent's senses. So, and then Sasuke's just like, the senses. And I'm just like, that's pretty interesting there, because basically as long as your opponent is alive, Izanami will affect them. And then Itachi gives an explanation saying like, Izanami overlaps A, and then A connects them, and then B, and then C, and then alphabet soup, and then Itachi just like, all in exchange for one eye. And then Sasuke's just like, so I guess Kabuto is stuck in this endless loop, right? And Itachi's just like, no, there's a way to break out of it. Kabuto can in fact break out of this jutsu. He goes on to talk about Izanagi and saying that it was extremely helpful for past Uchiha missions, and it would like, if you failed or something, it would like change the result, and people would argue over which results to use because more than one person used it, and then it got all crazy. So then Izanami was created to stop that. And then he goes on to say something like, if you erase X and go to O, or if you delete X and try to go to O, or if you get tic-tac-toe 3 in a row, you win, or if you don't get tic-tac-toe 3 in a row, you lose. Or yeah, if you lost, then Izanami would drag you into an endless loop. So yeah, Itachi says the only way to break out of this jutsu is to acknowledge your own self, realize your own mistakes and accept your own destiny. And then Sasuke's just like, well, what the heck, Itachi? Why would you use Izanami if Kabuto can break out of it? Why would you waste an eye if Kabuto can break out of this jutsu? And Itachi's just like, well, Sasuke, Kabuto and I were alike, At the time, I thought that I was perfect, that I could never fail, that I lied to myself and I deceived myself, and I want him to realize this before he dies. And then Sasuke's just like, no, you're not like him, Itachi. You were perfect. You were the greatest. You were the best. And then Itachi's just like, no, Sasuke, I was not perfect. I even tried to use Koto Amatsu Kami to control you. I actually don't think something like perfection exists. He's like, Sasuke, I want you to find what I didn't have. And then we go back to Izanami, and then Kabuto's just like, no, not me, I'm perfect, I'm perfect. And he comes out of his mouth and uses Katone, and since, we're in Izanami and Itachi has Sharingan, he already knows what Kabuto is going to use. And he uses a Sweet Tone, and then Kabuto goes flying back and gets destroyed by the water, and he's like laying on the ground, drenched, his glasses come off, and he's like, what have I done? That was a mistake. What was a mistake? Why? And then Itachi's like, well, first of all, you didn't acknowledge yourself, you lied to yourself, and there's no trust in lies. And then Kabuto goes to pick up his glasses, and he sees a reflection of himself in the water of his past self. And then he puts his glasses on, and he's like, Itachi, you. And then he charges at him. And then, the next page, we see Urushi, Kabuto's brother, and another ninja. And Urushi's just like, after this war, I think I'm going to go back home. And then other ninjas like, I envy people who have homes to go back to, or who have a place to go back to. And then Urushi's just like, why don't you come with me? And then Urushi also says, my house is an orphanage. When my brother comes back, he'll take a look at your wounds. And then right then and there, we basically find out that Kabuto and Urushi are in fact brothers. Urushi is Kabuto's brother, so-called brother. And then Urushi is just like, Kabuto, I really hope you come back one day, or I really hope you do come back this time, or something like that. And then after that, we go to the next panel, and it says, and it's Itachi and Sasuke looking at Kabuto, and Itachi just goes like, now I will stop the Edo Tensei, or the Edo Tensei, however you want to say it. But anyway, it was an okay chapter, wasn't like really impressive, wasn't like really boring either. some guys back at the forum, you know, predicted that Izanami was just an endless loop, and you know, we talked about that on the forum. If you have not joined, go join Naruto.biz.com or something like that. Yeah, that forum. Go join it. Go join it. No. Go join it. You know, we all know Kabuto is gonna have the happy ending now because we saw his brother, or Urushi, and you know, Kabuto has to have a happy ending. He has to go back to the orphanage because they did not forget him. He thinks that like they forgot him. They did not forget him. They still remember him, and you know, that's when Kabuto finds out. I hope he has a happy ending. You know, but yeah, if Madara, you know, disappears somehow, then Toby is pretty much done. Unless, you know, he's a sage of the Sixth Paths, which I doubt he is. But, yeah. That's basically it. So, yeah. Hopefully Madara stays, and, you know, yeah, he has to stay. Somehow he has to stay. Or unless, you know, Kabuto breaks out of it somehow without turning good. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this review here. You know, thanks for watching.